What's up, guys? Welcome back. Week 11, episode 2. Right now, we're going to be going through your start sits, your injury reports, as well as your DFS plays of the week. So, welcome back.
Yeah, and we're going to start it off with the Thursday night football recap. A couple big things that happened, huh? You'll have to excuse my
Joe
voice.
Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow. We're definitely going to interrupt each other because it's going to be a little delayed across here. Yeah, it's just going to happen. So, yeah, two big injuries. Joe Burrow and Mark Andrews, both out for the year.
Yeah. Breaking news about 5 minutes ago with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, torn ligament.
Wrist injury for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's going to be rough with cutting each other off.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen.
What's ironic is we just had a phone call about how we should stop interrupting each other.
And this is going to be the worst one yet. I couldn't let him at the crib. I had the flu or some stupid crap. So here I am. I got my Theraflu. I have my Be Kind mug just to remind Joey to be nice to me sometimes.
I hate you so much. I just get bullied all day by him.
What? That was a nice thing. Be kind. All right. So Joe Burrow goes down with an injury. Jake Browning takes the role and takes the reins. What are we going to do with the offense there? Joe Mixon looked good yesterday against a tough Ravens front.
The thing, man, is he looked good whenever Joe Burrow was in. After Joe Burrow came out of the game, he really didn't do much. He put up 15-5 in the first half, and I think finished with 19-something, 20-something, 21.
Yeah, I think a little over 20. Yeah, I think a little over 20.
So, I mean, if I was a betting man, and I am, that Browning had more rushing yards than Mixon did in the second half.
He did have a good amount of scrambles. He ran a lot.
He looked pretty good whenever he got out of the pocket and just started running the ball. But, I mean, I think everybody was kind of checked out of that game. Like, if you saw Jamar Chase after he caught his touchdown pass, he couldn't have cared less.
No,
he just wanted to go
home.
So like, he caught it and just stood up and just walked off the field.
Flicked the ball to the side and just said, hey, I'm over this.
I'm like, dude, be happy. You just saved your fantasy managers.
Barely. 10 points.
Was 2.
I know. Could you imagine? I almost traded for him before the game started. Thank God I didn't.
I mean, he honestly might not be a bad buy low at this point. At the end of the day, he's still Jamar Chase. Things didn't look bad. I mean, he didn't look great, but he was just kind of thrusted in there. So put too much stock into that. He's got a whole another week coming up of what he wants to do. Or they can trade for somebody.
Yeah. No, wait, what?
Oh, no, the trade deadline passed.
Yeah. Why would they trade Jamar Chase?
No. I'm talking about trading for a quarterback.
Oh, yeah. No, the Bengals are screwed.
Yeah. Joe Flacco is working out with the Browns today.
Is he really? That'd be hilarious.
Talking about a guy that you didn't even know was still trying to play.
Yeah, I don't even know if
it could work out.
Yeah.
Dude, no way.
Your phone died?
iPhone storage is now full.
Heck yeah.
It's just not my day. All right. What do you want to do?
We can make it an audio-only podcast.
You could. I mean,
it's
better than nothing.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. We sat here, we sit and set it up for about, I would say, damn near an hour. It took us to set this up.
Yep, it did.
Yeah. And about how far are we into this? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Excuse me. 5 minutes in, phone storage is toast. So here we are. God, threw me for a loop there, buddy. Yeah. So to go with it, Joey's not gonna have. No, it's all good. So Joey's not gonna have video. I'll post mine because I know you guys want to see my beautiful sick face, my red nose, and everything. You probably think it's cute. So Gus Edwards, 12 carries, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns, couple catches actually, and I mean, out carried and outran Keaton Mitchell. It was one of his better performances, but Keaton Mitchell's role did grow. He got more snaps compared to Justice Hill finally, and only one less snap to Gus. And I still think he's worth the stash for sure. He's just better.
Yeah, I mean, his first 5 runs, he combined for -1 yards, and then sudden he just started exploding off the line. He had the one breakaway run that was like 25 yards, and after that he started looking like himself again.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I like Keaton still. The rest of that offense, so no Mark Andrews. Guy definitely to pick up here actually is Isaiah Likely. I don't think he did anything in the game yesterday. But wait, he what?
He had a kind of a bad drop. It probably wasn't categorized as a drop, but like it just kind of went through his hands. And to be fair, Lamar threw it about 100 miles an hour from 5 yards away, and it wasn't on target, but it went through his hands.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that play off the top of my head. Maybe I missed it.
Lamar
ran 40. Yeah, go ahead.
Lamar looked awful throwing the ball yesterday. No touch with the ball.
No, he's never had touch.
He's just missing wide open receivers, and like you kind of really start to get a grasp of why top tier wide receivers stay away. Like he just can't deliver a ball. Huh?
Odell?
Yeah. Like I said, top tier wide receivers stay away. Odell was a top tier wide receiver 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he's not in
he's
anymore,
hurt again.
But he was yesterday. Yeah, I
know. No. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying like there's a reason no big time wide receivers want to go play in Baltimore with however many hundreds of millions of dollars Lamar just got.
I mean, it's that, and they don't pass the football. Like they run the ball more time, like 60% of the time. It feels like.
But yeah, Lamar just airmailing throws, and I don't know. I'm not big on him. Obviously, fantasy is different.
Yeah, go ahead. This is an interesting one.
No, I mean, obviously, fantasy football is different. But when it comes to that being an actual quarterback, I don't think Lamar's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Throws that he can make.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to. The only way it happens is if the defense stays incredible, like they have been, I think. But that team looks good.
Defense has been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 8-3.
You know, I want to say they're in that race. I really do. I mean, I feel like
for sure.
He's not that bad.
No, he's not that bad. He just can't throw.
Not efficiently.
Yeah, it's like Cam Newton out there.
They made it.
Yeah, did they win it?
Nah, he fumbled at the end, and then he wanted no piece of the puzzle. He didn't even want to jump on the ball.
Hey, all I'm saying is I just said Lamar's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback, not a Super Bowl appearance quarterback.
No, I agree. I just think that if that defense plays as well as they have been, that they have a chance.
I think they have a chance to get there.
See, that's the AFC. NFC would be the Eagles, probably. Maybe the Boys. Maybe who else is over there dominating the NFC? Nobody else.
I could definitely see the Ravens beating Kansas City in the playoffs, though. Sure.
Yeah, due to what?
Because I could see them shutting down Mahomes, and Lamar will put up 17 points.
That Chiefs defense isn't great.
It's pretty good.
Right now, missing an interior lineman, like a run stuffer, and then their coverage linebacker Nick Bolton. I don't know how long he's out for, but they have Philly this week, Monday night.
I know. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Let me see what their defense has been doing the past couple of weeks. Yeah, dude, they're good. 14 points against Miami, given up against Miami. 24 against Denver, 17 against the Chargers, 8 against Denver, 20 against Minnesota with Kirk Cousins and Jetta, I believe, 18 against the Jets, 10 and 15. Like that's a good defense.
Better than I thought.
Yeah, no, they've been good. I've running them with on fantasy, so I'm kind of up to date on them.
Yeah, I got Baltimore. I think they're just Baltimore's just play and forget it.
Yeah, like Dallas.
Yeah, same way for sure. Niners too at this point probably with the line they have.
Yeah.
So T. Higgins out another week with a hamstring injury, and now Jake Burrow's coming back. I mean, what do you got there?
Okay, I got a question for you. I got a hypothetical. Yeah. Higgins comes back next week. Is he a start or sit?
I still want to say start. I mean,
you kind of have to.
Yeah, he's so talented. He's going to be a 1 somewhere after this season.
Yeah. Baltimore?
No, nobody's going there. Let's see.
They got to draft guys. Zay Flowers is just struggling.
He's good.
He is good.
Bateman stinks. They missed on Bateman. I thought he was going to be good.
Yeah, I drafted him a year or two ago whenever he was a rookie.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, he got hurt. And then I took him last year, and he got hurt again. So that's good. So actually, the snap count does show that those guys are the 2 receivers. Like Odell had the most targets, and I think he got hurt late in the game. Am I wrong?
It was late. It was after his biggest catch. I think he took it to like the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it was in the 4th, right?
Yeah, I think it was like literally like the second to last series.
Yeah, so he only had 23 snaps, but Zay Flowers 64 snaps and Bateman 50. So those are the 2 guys. Zay Flowers only didn't play 1 snap the whole game. Crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Can you imagine running that much?
No.
That'd be so awful.
I am not in shape for that.
I like to think about Devin Smith from Ohio State when he was there. His job was just run go routes. So he was just running 40 go routes a week.
Nonstop. Just 4 birds. Devin Smith on the field, gone.
Yeah, just take a DB and a safety out of it, and just if the safety doesn't go, then throw it to him.
If he beat him, he beat him.
A bad concept, especially when you got Cardale Jones throwing the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's a track star.
Yeah.
So let him go. I mean, speed kills, especially in college football. All right. So enough of Thursday night's game. We know the big thing. Mark Andrews out for the year. Joe Burrow out for the year. Upgrade Zay Flowers. He's been going snap count wise, and he's getting a lot of looks. Bateman's starting to run into an ability to get to a wide receiver 4/3, like a flex if you need him. And then just downgrade that whole Cincinnati offense overall. But still play T. Higgins if he comes back.
Yeah, I'm kind of. If you have another legitimate option, I'm kind of leaning no on him. If you're like me and you've been riddled with 7 IRs on the year in fantasy, and you were starting Noah Brown this week, and now he's out too, I think you start T. Higgins.
What is Noah Brown's thing?
Hip or knee? Yeah, I'm starting Guyton now.
From LA.
I'm starting the number 4 for LA. Yeah.
Well, he might be the number 2 because Keenan Allen might not play.
All right, well. The
team
is so sad. Up. Yeah, I have Josh Palmer on my bench right now on my IR, and they still haven't even said how long he's going to be out for. It's been a week and a half.
I think he's done. I
think so too, but did for him, so I kind of have to just hold him.
Just let it eat on the IR spot.
Yeah, I mean, Demario Douglas is my number 2.
Dude, waiver wire pickup from last week. Clutched up getting him.
No, I got him a couple weeks ago.
Once Kendrick Bourne tore his ACL, I picked him up.
You had him for the first week that he did well? Or the second week?
First.
Yeah, good pickup.
Almost like I should run a podcast.
Well, I mean, from the likes of the fantasy team, the people didn't want to know that one.
I tell you what, I'm proud of myself. It's been a tough year. It's at 7 IRs, maybe 8 now, actually. And still 6-4. Playing good defense.
I mean, sometimes that's part of the game.
Lockdown D. Defense wins championships.
It sure does. All right, you ready to get in the injury report?
Nah.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's get into it.
So I'm going to kind of rapid fire a few, some that just need to be said. Deshaun Watson on the IR, obviously. I actually saw, okay, this is crazy. I didn't even tell you this before. I read it in one of my group chats from a fantasy football league I'm in, okay? And so apparently there was a party at Deshaun's house. This might just be breaking news here, by the way. We might be the first people to report on this, all right?
You'll see this clip on TikTok in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I swear, this is what I hear. Okay, I can even show the Snapchat screen, like the screenshot. All right, so he's throwing a party at his house. He's hammered, like DTR and all those boys are there in Cleveland, and they get a couple noise complaints. Finally, the police show up, right? And he starts mouthing off to the cops. So he starts mouthing off. They're not taking it. He's hammered, and things happen. They take him down. Apparently, he lands straight on his right shoulder. This is before the Baltimore game where he hurt it, right? And that's the rumor going around in Cleveland of how Deshaun actually hurt his throwing shoulder, how he broke that little joint in his shoulder.
Shit.
Yeah, from being hammered. I mean, if that's the case, you're in Cleveland throwing an absolute protest on to take his contract away, because he is just absolutely does not deserve it at this point.
Yeah, conduct detrimental to the team.
Yeah, the whole squad was there, and he starts mouthing off. Nobody takes him away. Gets taken down by a police officer.
Bad teammates.
Browns need to sign that police officer to a deal right now.
Yeah, put him in the backfield.
Yeah, let him go. I mean, he could fit right in. Jerome Ford's good, actually. I like him.
He's doing well.
Yeah. Okay,
Dang.
so DTR.
So that's gonna go on TikTok here. That's got to, right?
Dude. Yeah, I totally forgot to tell you that. How crazy is that?
That's insane. No, I'm dead serious. That could go viral on TikTok for sure.
Okay, let me read this off actually, because it's actually insane. Okay, here it is. He had a party at his house. DTR was also there. People complained about the noise. Watson was effed up. Either Watson or someone that was there was shooting off guns. Oh, I didn't realize that part. So they were shooting off guns. The police showed up. Watson, being effed up, started mouthing off. One thing led to the other, and they took Watson down to the ground, and in the process, he landed directly on his shoulder. Stefanski and Barry had to come out and smooth everything over. This is apparently from somebody who is a Woodmere surgeon police officer. So I guess that's the police that showed up. Yeah.
Yo, post that today.
Athlete Insights breaking news.
We're about to break news today.
How insane is that?
Gosh, we got to post this.
Dude, we're live on podcast. Stay focused, kid.
All right. That just blew my mind.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that insane, though? If that's true, like, what? I don't know. All right, so on to the next one. DTR starting for Cleveland this week. Deshaun Watson probably never going to play in Cleveland again if that gets out.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. All right.
It sucks.
Keenan Allen shoulder injury. It's questionable at this point. I don't see anything saying he's going to play. Held out of practice Wednesday, limited on Thursday. We'll have to see. This is Friday that we're recording this. We'll have to see how Friday goes to take a better take on it. But as of now, shoulder questionable for Keenan Allen.
And one thing to kind of take with a grain of salt with a guy like Keenan Allen is a lot of times, like, if they're banged up a little bit, like they've been around the block. Like they'll just sit out for a practice or two and then come back and play.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Zay Flowers is.
Go ahead.
It's not like if this happened to Zay Flowers and say a limited means the same for Zay Flowers as it does for Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I mean, I think limited on Thursdays are usually a good sign. It's a do not practice up through Thursday is kind of, it's pretty worrisome. But I think I'm going to guess he goes, and pretty good matchup against Green Bay. So,
Douglas got traded, so
yeah. I mean, they still have Jared. Jared might shadow. But actually, he's probably likely to, because the rest of that receiving core is just not worth it.
Yeah, there's not much going on here.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a locked-in wide receiver one regardless, because him and Herbert are just too strong. Yeah. On to the next one. Boy, I told you guys I was sick. I'm grinding it out for you guys. All 9 subscribers. Justin Fields coming back to play most likely on Sunday with a thumb injury. Upgrade DJ Moore and Cole Kmet, Joey?
No, it's the same. Same as
really?
what it's been. Yeah, I mean, Justin Fields he had 2 good weeks, and we're acting like he's a completely different quarterback now. But he's sat the past 2 weeks. He had a ligament issue in his throwing thumb. I can't imagine he's going to throw the ball better.
I mean, it can't get much worse.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, man, he's had some double-digit passing games before, so.
Wait, what?
He's had some double-digit passing yard games before.
I think you got me lost here, bro.
I'm just talking about joke? Justin Fields. No, double-digit, like under 100 yards passing.
Oh, I thought you were saying it as a good thing. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, week 3, 99 passing yards.
Who did they play? That's hilarious.
AC.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
He really did. That's insane.
Yeah, so like I said, I can't imagine a thumb injury on your throwing hand is going to help you throw better.
I still think he's better than Badgett. Like, he's just a better athlete. So the offense is going to be better. They're going to be set up for touchdowns. And that definitely benefits Kmet, if not more.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see much going on with that offense. Who are they playing? Chargers?
No. Where is it? Who do they play? Oh, no, I deleted it. One sec, guys. All right.
And Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. They're not bad. They're not great. Yeah, they're not bad.
Detroit? No, they're great.
No, the defense. Defense isn't great.
Oh. Yeah, no, they're fine. Like, that offense is going to hold the ball. Like, they run. So, can't imagine there's going to be a ton of, like, 3 and outs for them either. Limited opportunities for the Chicago offense.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think he's a better athlete, so I think it just gives the overall offense a little bit of
pickup. No, I mean, it definitely could. I just worry about the thumb of a throwing quarterback that throw.
Yeah. So I get it. I do. The passing hasn't been great for them, but wasn't it on his right? Was it on his right thumb? I thought it was his left.
It was on his right thumb. His right thumb.
Well, he is set up to return, so looks like he is going to be back for Sunday. On to the next, Deontay Johnson thumb missed practice Wednesday, in full Thursday. Looks like should be good to go. Wide receiver 2, I guess. Well, 3.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to trade. I'd go 2. I tried to trade for him this week, but people in my league hate trades because they don't like to live life. But yeah, I see a bounce back week for him. I mean, everybody's got fluke weeks. Obviously, 1 catch for 4 targets for 9 yards. Tough.
I think he ended up like 2 catches, but not great.
Anyway, yeah. Even so,
Oh no, it's 1 for 17.
Yeah. I mean, you still play him for sure, especially in PPR leagues. Really a non-PPR player.
Yeah, no, I'm in a deeper 12-team PPR, and I mean, I don't have a choice. He's really my 3 because I have Godwin and AJ Brown, but like he's the best flex shot option I have at that point.
No, I mean, I think he's still a great player, and he learned how to catch the ball, which is cool. So
yeah, he's getting better. So Matthew Stafford thumb, Puka knee, week 10 bye. Stafford should be back, and they did sign Carson Wentz just in case. I think he'd be better than Ripien anyways. So I think that was poor. That was really bad. I can't even on the podcast that Saturday. I said, "Wow, Ripien, $4,700 on DraftKings. What if you stacked him with Cup and Puka?" That would have sucked.
Yeah, good little hot take right there. Yeah, I mean, I think Cubs due for a bounce back. He was our number 1 buy now player on TikTok this past week. At the end of the day, he's Cooper Kupp, and if Stafford's coming back, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't return to that typical 18 to 22 points a game.
Yeah. So Puka limited on Wednesday. I guess I don't know. So limited Wednesday, limited Thursday. We'll see what it is Friday. But knee injury, he's questionable right now. I could see it going both ways. I mean, they don't have a ton to play for, do they?
No, I don't think so anymore. I think at the beginning of the year they did, but they kind of starting to get the picture that they're not going to be in the playoffs. I mean, unless they go on a huge heater.
Yeah, which could happen. I mean, Matt Stafford is known for some crazy things.
Yeah.
McVay.
Yeah, the defense just isn't the same defense that we're used to seeing out of the Rams.
Yeah, the secondary is bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah, Yeah, and you don't hear Aaron Donald's name being called very much as of late.
I mean, he had the most dominant tear for like 4 or 5 years there.
I know. I thought he was going to retire this year. Didn't he say he was going to retire?
Yeah, he said he was going to after the Super Bowl.
And then he came back?
Yeah. So he just keeps toying people, I think. I don't know. Aaron Donald, he's been good, though. I've seen some nice plays. But he hasn't been the same. He's not in the Defensive Player of the Year category like he used to every year.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he's still wrecking offenses, but not at the same level.
Yeah. All right, so on to the next. I have a good amount here, so let's just speed them up a tad. These next names really aren't as big. So, Madison concussion, ramped up from a do-not practice to a limited on Thursday, so he's still in concussion protocol. I'm going to doubt he plays, so I'm going to assume that the people who scooped up Ty Chandler are going to have a high-volume RB2 this week to play in him, or at least a flex option. But they're playing a pretty bad Denver team.
Yeah, it's tough just given that Dobbs is a running quarterback too. Probably take away at least like 2 or 3 carries from Ty Chandler throughout the game. But yeah, I like Ty Chandler. I think he RB2.
There's not going to happen. Yeah.
Play the volume.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the running back game is essentially. Yeah. Find guys that are going to get the carries or get the touches and get a chance.
That get the goal line touches. So basically the complete opposite of James Cook.
Well, yeah. So that's true. He's been bad because of it lately, actually. He's only got 2 touchdowns on the year.
No, so he's on my team, and I'm actually pretty pumped about the coaching change. Because the other coach didn't give him the ball. I don't think it'd get much lower than it did this past couple weeks.
Did they name the interim?
Yeah, it was an in-house guy.
Yeah, Josh Allen leading the league in turnovers for the past since he's been in the league.
Since he's been in the league, all time through first 5 seasons, 6 seasons, 4 seasons.
Is he still elite?
Yes, he's an elite fantasy quarterback.
Not regular.
I wouldn't say. No.
Really?
I mean, obviously, talent-wise, yeah, but like, look at the production. Look who they're losing to.
But that's just this year. The last few years, they beat those team sides in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, you asked me if he's still elite, and I said no. He was elite the past 3 years. He's no longer playing at an elite level. Return to that by the end of the season, sure. But right now, no.
See, the problem is the interceptions are definitely, like, that's a big problem.
They're insane.
I still think, huh?
They're insane right now.
Yeah, they are.
Like, right to them.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's got to get better, for sure. But he makes plays that other quarterbacks just can't make. And I think that alone makes him one of the elites.
I don't think you can call a guy an elite if he is continually the guy that is to blame for losing the game with the turnovers. If he didn't turn the ball over like this much, then yeah, he's elite. But when you give away possessions consistently, see how it's affecting the team. They're adding up and they're losing because they don't have enough opportunities to score. They're just giving the ball away early in drives.
I mean, for sure.
I don't think you can call him. I mean, he's a top 8 quarterback, yeah, but like right now, I don't think he's in the same category as Tua. The way he's playing, or Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts doesn't give the ball away.
I think that's a better comp. I mean, Tua originally at the beginning of the year was going crazy. Obviously, they've slowed down a little bit here, and he really can't do anything under the pressure. Yeah.
Well, they went Kansas City in the bye week, so.
Yeah, but any game he's had pressure.
What was that?
I don't know. You just left.
I didn't touch anything. No, I'm good. I keep it. All right, next one.
Well, we're back. Yeah. Well, onto the thing. Like, Tua under pressure is just not as good. That's why I think like Josh Allen can make plays that Tua can't. Tua's more accurate.
I'm not discounting how good Josh Allen is and / could be, and I'm not just taking away what he has done. You look at him this year, you can't call him an elite quarterback. How many turnovers he has and how often he puts his team in bad situations and not the other way around. He's like if you're an elite quarterback, you make up for those bad plays that everybody else makes, and you make up for that. And his defense and Jordan Poyer have to make up for all that.
I do have one thing on that. So he definitely at times puts the defense in bad situations, or a lot of times with interceptions or the fumbles or whatever it is, just the turnovers in general. But like I said, the ability to make throws that other quarterbacks just cannot, because of the absolute rocket arm that he has, makes them puts them in more positions to win, I feel like, than lose.
Yeah, I think it puts them in positions to win, but I think the turnovers right now are too high volume to, like, I think it's doing more harm than good. And usually, like, obviously he's always turned the ball over. I think it, like you said, his talent and his ability to make throws that other guys can't negates the turnovers. But right now, I think the turnovers, it's just too many to negate it. Let me count these up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 turnovers in 10 weeks.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no excuse. That's just way too many. But at the same time, that's too many, actually. I take that back. I still think he's elite, though, because he can do more things than others can, and that's what makes him elite. Okay,
so hold on, real quick. Are these other quarterbacks elite? So obviously Josh Allen is highest in interceptions. This is only interceptions, not fumbles. I think he has like 3 or 4. He has 3 lost fumbles on the year too. Below him, Jordan Love with 9, with 10. Then Mac Jones, Jimmy G, Sam Howell, and then Mahomes. I think you want to call him elite just because of his skill set, but not his ability to execute. His talent is elite, one of the most talented players in the league, but he's not playing elite football.
I mean, maybe not over the past couple weeks, but in the general sense, over the past, like, we're taking this as an overall thing, okay? Like, over the past... Okay.
Are we taking over the past his career or this season?
What happened to no interrupting, Joseph?
I need you to clarify.
Yeah, so over the past few years, he is elite. And I will take it with a grain of salt this year. I will take it with a grain of salt this year that he has a lot more interceptions than typical. He is still an elite quarterback, but this year the turnovers are hurting him more so than they have before.
Okay, all right, yeah, we can agree on that. If you look at his career and look at him as the big picture, he would classify as an elite quarterback, no doubt about it. But if you look at just this year, he's not elite. So I think we agree on that this year he is not playing elite football. Just this year. You're saying he's playing elite football right now.
No.
He's lost to Denver. He just threw for 100. He just threw for 177 yards against Denver. 170 yards against
Denver. Mahomes lost to Denver.
Okay, he threw for 170 yards against the Giants.
I mean, two can play this game.
Bro, he has 14 turnovers. You can't say he's elite if he's turned the ball over 14 times in 10 games.
Mahomes had 185 against Miami. He had 203 against the Jets.
He doesn't have 14 turnovers.
He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
eight
7, 8
interceptions.
9. He has 10 total turnovers, 4 less.
Yeah, that's a pretty considerable amount. If you have matches them 4 turnovers this week, freaking out at how bad he played. Big margin.
Again, but the guy does more. Like, you compared the interception leaders, the other interception leaders, to Josh Allen, and that's just not a fair comparison.
No, I'm just saying I'm not saying that those guys are as talented as him. I'm saying like guys that everybody talks bad about how bad they are, about how Mac Jones shouldn't be an NFL quarterback, have considerable less interceptions than.
Well, maybe because they don't throw the football past the line of scrimmage. Or Jordan Love has one or more. Yes, it does.
It doesn't. It don't. No. The job of the quarterback is to protect the football, score, and win. That's the job.
Yeah, it's still go out and do what you can to win games. And for Josh Allen, although the turnovers have been bad, although the turnovers have been bad, right? He still the throws that he can make sideline to sideline put them in a better chance to win than if Mac Jones was at quarterback, and you cannot deny that.
No, I'm not. You're
missing that's what you're the comparing. Point. No, I'm not.
I'm just saying we're calling this guy elite. In reality, he's on a 500 team, has more turnovers than anybody else in the league.
No, I get that, but the team thing, the defense is worse than usual this year. So, although maybe that's why the turnovers have created more losses this year than usual. I don't know, but the turnovers are unexcused.
If he starts limiting the turnovers, he's instantly back in the elite category for me. But when I think of elite, I think top three in the world, and you're turning the ball over 14 times.
I don't think there's 3 quarterbacks I'd take over Josh Allen
this year. Yeah.
All right, we got to move on. Oh my God.
What? When it comes to we're not talking fantasy. We are not talking fantasy football. We are talking winning games.
Okay. And Tua has like literally the fastest team around him. Half of his yards come from Tyreek taking a football and running with it.
Stephon Diggs.
He's not a yak guy.
I mean, it's how you use them. All I'm saying is he right now this year is not playing elite quarterback. He has in the past, and I would still say in general as his career goes, he is an elite quarterback. But this season he is not playing elite quarterback. Just like I'm sure there are years with Tom Brady was not playing elite quarterback. But if you look at him as a whole, obviously he is an elite quarterback.
Okay, besides the point, QB1 in fantasy this year just does everything. And I still don't think you can name 3 quarterbacks that you'd legitimately rather have than Josh Allen.
No, we're not saying rather have. We're saying production, like on the field that we've seen this year. We're not going, oh, what I project him to do this, because that's not fair for anybody else. Because that's just an easy way to say, oh, Josh Allen is still the number one guy. If we look at the 10 games that they've played and how he has played, I would not say that he is a top 3 quarterback in terms of winning games.
In terms of, I mean, that's
Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, Tua, and Joe Burrow. Jared Goff for sure.
Tua and the Miami Dolphins have not been a team above 500.
All right, still, I named 5 quarterbacks that are playing better football this year than Josh Allen.
Tua has not beat a team above 500. You talk about winning games. Joe Burrow has not made it through the season and has not been great all year.
That's not a fair.
That is the point that we're making. Yes, it is. It is fair.
Okay. All right.
What's not fair about that? Those are stats right up.
Because we're going off of how you've played, not rest of the season outlook.
That's not rest of the season outlook at all. Joe Burrow has not been great all year, and Tua has not beat a single team above 500. That is current stats. That is not rest of the season.
You pick who you play.
That's not, bro. What are you talking about?
This is ridiculous.
It is.
Josh Allen isn't an elite quarterback. He has not played elite football this year. He is an elite quarterback, but this year he is not playing elite football. And that's my last statement on the matter. And you can have the last word if you'd like.
No, I don't really want it. I already proved it.
You didn't prove anything, but go for it.
Nico Collins calf, Noah Brown knee. Noah Brown now ruled out. Nico Collins has said Wednesday that he was going to play. So back into wide receiver 2 role, I'd assume, for Nico.
Yeah, for sure. Tank Dell, same thing. I like Tank a little bit more, just given the volume, given that he's played the past couple weeks. He's got the connection with CJ Stroud, but I like either of them. Play either of them. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't hate Robert Woods as a streamer option this week.
No, probably not. He would do okay.
I mean, I wouldn't seek him out, but like if you're in need of somebody, like it's not a bad option.
Right. The next few, I'm just going to rapid fire off, and then we'll get into what was it that we were going to get into?
DFS.
I wanted to do DFS, and then but quickly before a couple league winning moves that you should do before the trade deadline. So some guys that you think that would be good little pickups for teams. What do you think?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. So let me rapid fire these off. Antonio Gibson with the toe injury. These are all just monitors. Achane coming back from IR with a knee. Mostert questionable on an ankle/knee. Hawkinson with his ribs. Jay Jettas with his hamstring. Lee Herbert coming off IR with his ankle. Saquon's ankle injury. Do they play him with that terrible team? Garrett Wilson with his elbow. Dallas Goedert with his forearm, had surgery, out a couple weeks. Aaron Jones with his hamstring. And then Tyler Lockett with the hamstring. So that's everything that I have.
Yeah, I mean, those are the main guys. I'd watch out for the hammy guys for sure.
Yeah.
I'd monitor that very closely.
Yeah.
I don't know, whenever I read the report on ESPN app, I kind of read it as a flare-up. Monitor it, which is a red flag for me.
Okay. I didn't know that. All right, so on to 5 or whatever, 3 to 5, whatever we want to do here. little playoff push moves, some guys that you think that you should go get. We can do 5 total between us. And now this is fantasy purposes. This isn't just how they're playing in real life. Okay.
Yes. Back to what matters.
Glad we clarified that. Okay. I'm going to let Joey do this. I'll be right back. I have to plug my camera in.
All right, guys. So first one, we've already talked about him a little bit. Cooper Kupp is the lowest you're going to be able to get him, aside from when he was on IR. It's 2 super down weeks. I think he's combined for 4 or 5 catches the past 2 games. At the end of the day, it's Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford's coming back, like we talked about. Number 2, though, Devontae Adams. So we heard from Antonio Pierce that basically just trying to simplify this whole thing. And it goes back to the saying, keep it simple, stupid. We just want to get the ball in our best playmakers' hands as much as we can. When it comes to that, it's 17 and 8. So Devontae and Josh Jacobs. Devontae, obviously talent-wise, 2 receiver in the league. And I think now is an excellent time to buy low. He's still getting the volume, just production's just not quite there. Aiden O'Connell doesn't look fantastic. Kind of a tough throwing arm action to look at. Not very visually pleasing, to say the least. But at least he's throwing the ball. It's not like Jimmy G was giving him any targets. So yeah, those are my first 2, Josh. If Cooper and Devontae.
Okay, yeah, I love them. How could you not? Yeah, so I'll give 2. Do you want to give the 5th, or do you want me to give 3? I got some good ones here that I thought of.
You can roll, and then if I'll.
Let me know if you find
actually, yeah,
else
I got a decent one, kind of a lower end guy. So take 2, and then I'll do the 5th.
Well, it's going to be tough to do 2. All right, so quarterback needy people. We just talked about him. Justin Fields on the comeback. You could probably get him for cheap. He hasn't played for a while. We're talking fantasy here, brother. And the rushing production at the quarterback position is so valuable. With the poor dart, he still is averaging 17.9 fantasy points per game. And I think he only gets better from the season. I think he only gets better as we go here. So, Justin Fields, if you can go get him, he's back. And I think if they start to run the football like they did more last year, he's a guy that can definitely propel your team towards the top, or at least get you into a playoff push if you need it. Or if you're looking into the playoffs, a guy that's got a pretty favorable schedule there. And again, averaging almost 18 points a game, playing as poorly as he did, if he improves at all, or if they start running the ball more like they did last year, it's only going to skyrocket. That's my first. My second one, can I do one guy I'm not going to talk about, but give an honorable mention because you'll like it?
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay, so my second official guy is go and get DK Metcalf. He is leading the Seahawks in receiving yards, hasn't scored a touchdown in a few weeks. Definitely at a buy low point because he's wide receiver 32 on the year. But the Seahawks have one of the most favorable matchups through the playoff push and into the playoffs. The Seahawks, Geno Smith looks like to be getting going a little bit here. DK is the number 1 guy over there. And I think that he's just a good buy low option and a guy that can go up from here. We've seen what he's done in the past and the type of production that he can put forth. So I think DK Metcalf is jeez. The video is just not wanting to happen. So DK Metcalf, one of the guys that I think would be a great playoff push for any team that needs it. And then honorable mention, Rachaad White, you mentioned the volume is just so good right now. The efficiency is not there, but the volume is there, and that plays.
I think of him, so I've been watching him all year because he's been on my team. I think of him more as a wide receiver at this point than a running back. He's getting every carry is 1-2 yards. It's the receptions. He's Baker's go-to guy in those high, like when pressure's on him, when guys are getting into the backfield, he just dumps it off every time, just lets them go to work.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging 3 yards a carry, but he's been wide receiver or running back 3 over the last 4 weeks, averaging almost 20 points a game.
All right, so my the 5th and final, aside from the honorable mention, DeAndre Hopkins. I think just with how Will Levis throws the ball, and they played a really tough Tampa Bay defense last week. So DeAndre, he had 3 catches on 9 targets for 27 yards. When it comes to receivers, especially receivers like DeAndre Hopkins, they're getting 10 targets. Typically, they're going to do something with it. Past 3 weeks since Will Levis has come in, he's got 11 catches on 6 targets for about a little over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I think now is a good buy low period. 5.7 points last week, 10.5 week prior. I think, actually pretty good matchups coming up. Jacksonville, Carolina might be tough. Indianapolis, worst defense in the league, I think. Miami, going to be throwing a lot. Yeah. Houston, Seattle, Houston. So,
not a bad time to get them. Essentially on the outside.
Yeah. And then honorable mention, Breece Hall. Back-to-back weeks of 10 points. So, not a bad time to try to see what the asking price is for him. Obviously, it's still Breece Hall. He's top back in the league, but you get a decent deal on him.
Yeah, I mean, I love Breece Hall. I think he's a top 10 guy, even top 5 guy, possibly through the rest of the way, even with that poor offense. He's taking control of the backfield. They just released Michael Carter. It's just him and Dalvin Cook. I love him. So if you can get him, get him. But I think it's still going to be steep regardless because of the name.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so definitely those 6 guys we gave, really 7? Yeah, more than we expected. Yeah, those are just some guys. Listen, take our advice, don't take our advice, but for us, those are some guys we are going to be going after through the rest of the playoffs here, through the playoff push and everything. My camera died again. This is just, oh my goodness. So those are the guys. So we have Devontae, Cooper Kupp, Justin Fields, DK Metcalf, Rashad White, DeAndre Hopkins, and Breece Hall. Go get them. Put yourself in a chance to win the championship. All right. On the DFS, Joey, let's have a little fun.
Right up my alley. Speaking of right up my alley, I'm still dominating. I'm actually pulling away in our group league when it comes to average points. Josh doesn't matter. Your point total is still slipping. It doesn't count for 0, by the way, if you don't enter. Just wanted to point that out for the record.
I have 0 there, though.
I can't imagine whose fault that is.
DraftKings.
Obviously. All right. So, starting off with quarterbacks. So mad. Number 1, Josh Allen.
Oh, really?
As a fantasy quarterback, we were talking.
Oh, that's so fitting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like we were talking about something completely different than fantasy football.
My goodness, what a surprise! Josh Allen on the list.
I think just his upside when it comes to his rushing ability. Yeah, he's the most expensive quarterback for sure. Also, you could just chalk up 25 points for him with 3 interceptions.
Can I argue that? Are you going to be mad at me?
Oh no, I wouldn't. Also, he'd be in my top 3 for sure. But I stuck him at 1.
I want to argue it for the sole reason that I don't think he should be at least 1. I mean, he's still too good in the fantasy position, but the Jets defense it's lights out. They're outstanding, for sure. And that worries me with the play that has been had lately.
Yeah, I almost switched 1 and 2. I almost put Goff at number 1 for the week, just in terms of value.
Yeah. Let's see.
Playing the Chicago. Yep, I got Purdy at 6, 5 actually. Stroud. I go Allen, Goff, Dak, Stroud, Brock, Kyler, Howell, Levis, and Tua. It was just expensive and kind of what we saw 2 weeks ago with how they weren't really able to get much going against Kansas City bye week. So I just worry about that they're not going to be in really a good rhythm after coming off the bye week.
That's fair. I like it. I think Kyler's 6,100. I think that's pretty low. I like him a lot, actually.
Yeah, he's been looking good. I've been trying to trade him, actually.
Who's number 6 on your list, buddy? Is that Purdy? Supposed to be Purdy?
It's Purdy, yes. It got switched.
Auto-corrected it?
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, I like that. I like Purdy a lot. Stack it with who? Kelsey or Ayuk or Debo?
For Purdy, you said?
Yeah.
Why'd you say Kelsey?
Kittle.
I'll go Ayuk. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, it's probably CMC.
I mean, he does catch a lot of passes, so I mean,
just like it's tough. I would go Ayuk, CMC.
Oh, talk about a team I totally forgot when we were talking about NFC Super Bowl qualifying teams that the Ravens could play. The Niners.
They're not playing great football as of late, though.
They looked good last week.
Football. It wasn't the same team we saw for the first 5 weeks of the year, though.
I thought last week was back to it. They dominated.
Oh yeah, who they play the Giants?
No, the Jags. They made Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yep. You're right. Yeah, they looked great last week. The team switched up. Yeah, they dominated the Jags. They couldn't. Their defense just shut them down.
Yep, sure did. And then Brock Purdy played a good game.
Do we want to go on to running backs, or do you have a list?
No. I just want to. I have a few guys that I like. I really like. Actually, where is he on here? Is he not in the classic slate? Uh-oh. He's not in the classic slate. God damn. Hold on, guys. So Herbie versus Green Bay, 76. I'm just looking at these real quick. P-Law at $6,000. I like Trevor Lawrence. Cheaper than Sam Howell.
I like Sam Howell more than him.
Against the Giants. But both defenses aren't good. I don't think Tennessee's secondary is good. Stafford at 6,400 versus the Seattle Seahawks. I like that one a lot. And he's got great stacks, obviously.
Yeah, you're just not sure how that thumb's going to hold up.
Yeah, but I think like in a tournament style, like you're willing to risk that. Stroud's all the way up to $7,000. I still like him. What do you got on this? What?
No, go for it.
DTR, $4,500 against Pittsburgh.
No, absolutely not.
Still no?
Absolutely not. You're just giving away your money. He's going to put up max. He's going to put up max 14 points.
That's worth $400.
No, I don't think it is. Dude, but to win money though in DFS, like you got to hit. You got to hit.
Yeah,
you need a 20 plus.
That gives you pretty good value. 15 plus is good value at $4,500, I think.
Oh, wait, said 14.
Yeah, well, it's close.
I don't think that's a good play, but I mean, I don't hate it. I've done that with other quarterbacks before, where it's just like, oh yeah, I'll take the backup that's now starting and hope for the best.
Yeah, I just want to see what you thought. All right, on the running backs.
All right, number 1, we got Austin Eckler.
Yep.
I mean, just he's back to himself. Chalk it up.
I mean, him and McCaffrey, holy crap. So McCaffrey, 9,300 and Eckler, 8,600. And the next closest is ETN at 72.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Number 2, I got Gibbs.
Yeah. Okay. At 7,000, fifth most expensive. Really?
It's just, they're finally letting him eat the touches he deserves.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that Monty let him have the touchdown there inside the one?
Oh, he did.
You didn't see that? Oh, it's funny. Yeah, so Monty runs out when they're on the 1 yard line when Gibbs had his 1 yard touchdown run. And he goes, Ja, do you want this touchdown? And I'm assuming Ja said yes. He goes, all right, you can have it. And then jogged right back off. It was supposed to be Monty that scored the 1-yarder.
Oh, good. Wow. I said David Montgomery will handle the goal line stuff, and you were like, nope. Jahmyr Gibbs got the goal line carry.
Well, I was going off what I saw.
No, but yeah, he's still my number 2, just because he's not insanely expensive yet. Number 3, Josh Jacobs. I think just with what Antonio Pierce has said, we got to get the ball in 17 and 8's hands. You got to trust him.
I'm with it.
Number 4, super expensive, but CMC. Like, he's
almost worth it. Yeah. I mean, if he scores 25, he's worth it.
Yeah. 5th, I got ETN.
He's a beast. Should get a bounce back against you.
Bounce back game. I mean, you got to trust him at this point. Number 6, I know it's a tough matchup, but Rachaad White. I just think they're going to be down early, so they're going to be tossing the ball a lot, getting the ball out quick. So I think he's going to run those little mini routes, little screen passes.
Oh, yeah.
Get him in space, see if he gets 8 catches. 7, this is where it kind of gets a little fuzzy for me. Been kind of going back and forth. Breece Hall. I think just
Where is he?
Kind of expensive, but I'm echoing super bad on your thing. Yeah, I don't love it, but he just had such a good year. Not overly expensive as of late. After that, Jaylen Warren.
Yeah,
good value. First week listed as a starter. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, really?
Week number 1. Yep. Came out
I didn't
on Monday,
know that.
I believe, and said it. Yeah.
He's better. I've been saying that for 2 years now.
And then got Tony P. Eventually, he's going to score a touchdown.
30 quarters without a touchdown. Been like week 2.
He's due.
Yeah, I agree.
And then finally, Jerome Ford.
Yeah, I like it. Pittsburgh defense. I mean, Jaylen Warren scares me a little bit because Cleveland's defensive front is so good.
Yeah.
But I still like him. So I like it. So I don't think Dameon Pierce plays. I really like Devin Singletary at $5,300. At $5,300?
Last week was a fluke, man. I really don't think he's that good.
All right. Still, he's going to get every single touch if Pierce doesn't play.
All right. You want to go on to wide receivers?
Yeah, that's good.
Number 1, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I know.
Dude, he's just good.
He's a beast.
Number 2. Yeah.
He's the sun guy.
Number 2, super expensive, but CD Lamb. Just given his production as of late, like you just, I'm a big ride the hot hand, but,
he's so worth it.
Yeah. After that, we got Tyreek Hill for obvious reasons. He's just the most expensive guy. It's kind of tough to put him at 1. And then you won't guess who I have next. He's not. I switched it. Nope. Tank. Nico's banged up. Robert Woods is still banged up. Noah Brown's out. Tank Dell got 14 targets last week. Could be a big week for him. I think he's going for 7,000 right now.
5,900.
There you go. After that, I know he's been kind of banged up right now, but Garrett Wilson.
I like him too.
Just high volume. Got 14 targets last week, per usual.
That's very good.
Mike Evans.
Always
tough defense, but seems like he's kind of.
Just because it's Sam Brim. That's the only reason.
Yeah, it's the name. Name is scary. And then these ones you can kind of flip flop. I was going back and forth. 9, Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams.
I figured they were in there somewhere.
They're just expensive, and they haven't really proven that they can be consistent. But they're both on the come up right now. Obviously, I just told everybody to buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're good, and they're not as expensive as you would think. Devontae at 7,900 and Cup at 8,100. I mean, I think Devontae's the best value there.
Yeah. And then I have Ayuk and Hopkins.
Yeah, they're good. D-Hop at 6,100. Ayuk. A little pricey at 72 for what he does, but that's okay.
Yeah, he's just a touchdown machine.
Yeah, if he scores, it's worth it.
On the tight ends.
Oh, go for it. I'm going to give you two really quick. One guy I like is Marquise Brown at 5,300. Super cheap guy.
I don't hate that.
Against Houston. I like it. And then I kind of want to say, nah. Let me see one more row here. Let me give you guys a little sneaker pick, or what is it? Sleeper pick? Little 4,000 range.
Streamer.
Yeah. You could even go. Does Zay Jones play this week?
I don't know. If he does, I'm not playing him. I'd give him. He's been out for so long. I think you got to give him a week to get used to game speed again.
Would you play Quentin Johnston at 4,200? I don't hate it.
Nope. No,
what?
I don't trust him.
That's so cheap.
I don't trust him at all.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd rather play Guyton.
No way. They have to make him try and look good. They have to. All right, Jaden Reed, $4,000. Been the best receiver in Green Bay. That's my last one.
He almost made my list. I was between him and Hopkins.
All right, let's get it. Tight ends.
Right, tight end. I mean, the first couple pretty standard. It just depends on the order that you have them in. I have Kincaid, McBride, and I'm sure you have the opposite.
Expensive, 4,900. Or McBride, 4,400. No, I like Kincaid more overall. Just McBride has been the machine. They both have.
3. I got Laporta.
See, I would have had Laporta at the 1 or 2 spot.
Really?
Yeah. I
don't know. Just with how both Kincaid just looked great. Obviously, the numbers aren't anything crazy. He just had the touchdown, but I just thought he looked great. It looks like Josh Allen's trying to go to him, and because that's what quarterbacks do, is look for the tight end consistently.
Terrible take. No, I'm playing. So you're saying Mahomes is bad?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Yep.
So after Laporta, I got Kittle and then Kmet, and that's when things kind of open up.
Kittle and Kmet. Yeah, I mean Kmet with Justin Fields back. I like it. $4,100.
All right. So this next pick, I'm huge on.
Okay.
Tyler Conklin.
Conklin in New York?
Yeah, he was second on the team in targets.
And $2,900.
Yeah.
Good value. Good value.
Yeah. I got Otten. I think when times get tough, he's one of Baker's go-to guys.
I don't love him at 3,400. I'd rather completely punt than take Otten, but I get it.
Yeah. I got Ferguson.
Yep.
I think just the potential touchdowns in that offense.
Yep.
Logan Thomas.
$3,700. I think that's a better option. I'd rather take $300 more and take him over Kate Otten.
Yeah, I could see that. And then finally Njoku.
With DTR.
Yeah, he's just been so good this year, and you know how it goes with rookie quarterbacks. They're not looking to stretch the field like anything crazy, and it's usually the safe option, throwing it tight end.
I think he only started going recently. I think he had a terrible start.
Well, he burned half of his face off.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing. Double digits the past 4 weeks. Single digits 4 of the first 5 weeks that he played. But starting to get going. I like it, too. He had a good season last year. Good end of season last year as well. Yeah, okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Tight end one. I mean, you could punt too if you really wanted to, and just get a $2,500 guy. That's the one position. No Kelsey in the lineups this week.
No Kelsey. Yeah. That's the only guy that pay for.
Yeah, Kelsey or Andrews.
Not even Andrews at this point, really.
He's been good. Of course, touchdowns.
Yeah. Brother Hawkinson.
Oh, he's not in this either.
No, because they have a primetime game.
Or Sunday night.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just about does it, don't you think?
Yeah, I think that's we covered just about everything.
Yeah. Through the technical difficulties, through the sickness, through it all, Crossover Athlete Insights, always here for you Tuesday and Saturday. Be sure to follow us on TikTok at Crossover Athlete Insights. We hope to see you guys over there. Again, we're on everything, Amazon Music, Spotify, you name it. Our podcast is there, YouTube as well. Everything is at Crossover Athlete Insights. We are your co-hosts from different places this time for the first time. We are Joshua Shapiro and Joey Murray, Crossover Athlete Insights. We'll see you on Tuesday.